Let me guess, you promised yourself to quit that one bad habit like what? 10, 15, 100 times?
Yeah, me too. I tried everything.
Just stop. Be disciplined. Didn't work.
So I got a little bit obsessed and went down a rabbit hole to find what would actually make me stop. And I found some genuinely weird methods that embarrassingly work so damn well. Especially if you like gamification. I'm about to show you hacks that aren't just stop doing it. Let's start with the most effective one. The evidence collection method. This sounds weird, but stick with me. For 1 week, don't try to stop the habit. Instead, become a scientist starting yourself. So every time you do the habit, write down what time was it, what were you doing before, and how were you feeling. Don't judge yourself. I know it's hard, but just try to collect the data. After a week, look at your notes and do this. By the way, there's like, I promise you, you will see a pattern. There's like a 99.9999% guarantee. First, circle the top 2 patterns you see the most. For example, I cracked myself every time I was anxious or stressed about something, or when I was sitting at my desk for too long, for example, while editing a YouTube video, because then my back just felt really stiff. Next, pick one trigger to work on first, because if you try to fix everything at once, you will fix nothing. For example, I made a if-then plan. If I notice that I'm stressed while editing at my desk and I just want to crack myself, I'm just gonna go for a walk. Or if I notice that I'm getting anxious, I'm gonna pull out my phone and do a 5-minute meditation. Did you know that you could also listen to meditations on Spotify? Because the thing is, when I go on YouTube and type in like that meditation, probably I will click before I do the meditation on a video because I'm getting hooked, you know. And on Spotify, I don't get that, so it's just like a... If you also do meditations. Here's how you can break the pattern. If it happens at a specific time, set a reminder a little before that time. If it happens after sitting too long, set a timer every 60 minutes to move for 5 minutes. You know that saying, you can't fix what you don't understand?
This is so true.
Hack 2. Stars. I love visual progress, so if you do too, this hack is for you. Give yourself a star for every day you don't do the habit. Get yourself a piece of paper, buy some pretty star stickers. These are from Amazon, I'm gonna link them below in the caption. Now, this is really important. Put it somewhere you see it annoyingly often, like every evening ask yourself, did I do the habit? No? Congrats! You get a shiny star like a 10 years old. And yes, it will feel surprisingly amazing. You did it? Sorry, try again tomorrow. You don't need a star every single day. That's actually also not the point. Because the point is that you don't focus on the missed days when you did the habit, and instead you just see the stars growing. I actually saw the star paper thing from another creator on Instagram, so if you know who it is, I forgot her name, drop it in the comments. And once you see progress, you automatically want more and your brain starts chasing stars instead of your bad habit. Yay! Now, if you're not a paper and sticker person and want to have something digital that is always in your pocket, I actually built an app that is called Do the Frog, which works really great for this. It is basically a gamified to-do app, but here's a way how you could use it for your bad habits. Every day I don't do the habit, I collect strawberries. Yeah! Step 1. Add the thing you're trying not to do as a daily task. So for me, don't crack myself. And every time I don't do it, I get a silly little strawberry! Oh my god! And I wish I was joking, but my brain is extremely motivated by this. The strawberries actually do something. I trade them for rewards. 50 strawberries, buy a new book. 10 strawberries, bake a strawberry cake. It's stupid, but I'm also not cracking myself 24/7 anymore. Use the QR code to download the app, and I'm also gonna link it below. Schedule it. This sounds weird, but stick with me. Put the habit on a schedule. Look, this is the paper that used to be next to my bed. I'm only allowed to crack myself at 8 AM and 7 PM. This was my favorite part of the day. You guessed right. In between a time, you are not allowed to do it. I'm sorry. 2 things happen when you do this. First, you break the autopilot loop. Second, by the time you're allowed to do it, the urge is usually very low or gone. In the beginning, it was really hard for me to do it only 2 times a day because, okay, I know this sounds crazy, but I counted one day and I tried to crack myself 100 times, more than 100 times a day. I know, it's crazy, you know? So yeah, going from 100 to 2, I don't know about that. Instead, I started with every hour, so 12 times a day, and then 6, and then 4, and then you get the point. The hour rule. So this is for the competitive people, because how long can you go without the habit? Let's make it a game, you know? Let's make it fun. life is too serious, so let's add a little bit of
Spice.
and then you start the timer. And the second you do it, you reset it to 0. But like not as a punishment, more like, okay, let's try again. Last time I made it to 6 hours. Can I beat that? Can I hit 8? Yesterday was 12 hours. Today I'm gonna go for 16. The goal is simple. The hours will become days. The thing is, once you view it as a game, it stops becoming like something like, I need to fix this. This is hard. And it's getting more fun. The swap don't stop method. Your brain actually doesn't care at all about the habit, but it just cares about the feeling that you get from doing the habit. For example, let's take social media. You scroll because you get the feeling of feeling connected. And also you laugh because like there are a lot of funny videos. Now imagine if every time you open Instagram you would get like crazy neck pain. Like neck pain. How fast would you stop scrolling? Probably immediately, right? Your brain would go, nope. Ew, what is that? I don't like this anymore. So here's the trick. Find something that gives you the same good feeling without the bad consequences. So for example, my swap is doing like a really deep stretch. I find that so satisfying, you know, like, I don't know, this is just, mwah. If your problem is skin picking, try to play with slime. I find that really satisfying. Because instead of playing with your face, you're gonna play with the slime and like... This is called the only win rule. And it's evil, in a good way. I think most of you know this hack already, so I'm gonna keep it short. You make the bad habit require 2 annoying steps before you're allowed to do it. Or you only allow the habit after a specific condition is met. Your brain wants easy, so we're gonna take away the easy. Example, doom scrolling. If I want to scroll in bed, I'm only allowed to scroll after getting out of bed, putting on my shoes and walking for 10 minutes. You're not banning the habit, you know, you're just making it really inconvenient. Then it's just not fun anymore. Look, at the end of the day, you don't stop a bad habit by hating yourself harder. You stop it by making it harder to do and easier to quit. I think most of us aren't really addicted to the habit, we're just addicted to the relief and the emotions and the feeling we get after doing the habit. If you've got multiple bad habits you want to work on, just pick one after this video. Don't try to fix everything at once. If you want to try the strawberry system I talked about earlier, I'm gonna link it in the bio. You know, just stop feeding it, feed yourself instead with strawberries.